We all know it's been recently voted the #1 city. It doesn't matter whether you're a #1 city and a prospering city, there's still people of need of all ages and in any community, and certainly in Eden Prairie.
I've lived in Eden Prairie for 20 years. I have 3 children that have gone through the school system, and I've always felt volunteering is very important.
Wonderful community to live in. I mean, we know this by taking a look at how many of you, especially those of you that are attending this foundation ball, most of you have lived in Eden Prairie for a long period of time.
One of the things I like about Eden Prairie is there really is a sense of we're going to come at youth and families from a bunch of different directions, from school, from the city, from nonprofits. We're really going to surround our family and kids with all the support they need.
It really makes you feel like you're home. It makes you feel like you're home.
When I was younger, my mom and dad got divorced, and we were on food stamps and welfare, so I know what it's like to reach out and ask for help. It's a hard thing, but it gets you on your feet, and I think that's probably why I've become a better person, knowing that I was there once.
Anytime you can give back is impactful.
Actually, anybody who lives in Eden Prairie, they have somehow been affected by what the Eden Prairie Foundation has done for them.
I heard about the Eden Prairie Foundation from my husband.
I've been involved in the Eden Prairie Foundation since 1982.
The foundation has been in existence for 30 years, and during that period of time, we're real close to giving back almost $1 million in the Eden Prairie community itself.
I think of them as the link between all those charities that really connects it to Eden Prairie and makes it the Eden Prairie Foundation.
What I love is the foundation is made up of citizens that could be home watching American Idol, but they've decided that their community is something that they really want to put a stake in the ground and say publicly, it's a great community and I want to support it.
I love the Teens Alone program that we have here, and there are great individuals, passionate individuals that feel passionate about the kids in Eden Prairie.
Teens Alone provides free counseling for teens and young adults in the western suburbs of Hennepin County.
They have unfettered access to teenagers, that it's not a big organization. I came previously from a mental health center where a young person needed insurance to come meet with us. The waiting list was about 2 months, and there were a lot of obstacles. What excited me the most about Teens Alone is there's really no obstacles. If a parent, a family, or a teenager wants to sit down with us, pretty much the next week after they call, they could be sitting down with us. If it was a crisis, they could be sitting down with us possibly the next day.
Our bottom line belief is that every young person needs to be safely housed and needs to stay in school and needs to be surrounded by a loving group of adults that care about who they are and what they turn out to be.
I would say the bigger issue that the teens are facing nowadays is housing, homelessness.
We have one young lady that she couch hops and makes it to school. She's been in Chanhassen, she's been in Osseo, she's been in Minneapolis and Eden Prairie, and yet she somehow makes it to school.
I know when I think about it from my own perspective, I'm not sure if I had to worry about where I was sleeping at night or how I was getting food. I'm not sure school would have been my priority when I was a teenager. But I see a majority of our homeless teens still interested in going to school.
Almost 90% of homeless or imminently homeless kids want to stay in school.
A quote that stands out to me is, it was really nice to have an adult to listen to me and to help me out in my life.
A lot of people don't like teenagers. We adore teenagers. We find them interesting and funny and complicated and loud.
And these are kids that are living in Eden Prairie, and for whatever reason that they've had some issues, and by just giving them just a little bit of assistance, it can make the big difference. We love Eden Prairie, so we're staying in Eden Prairie because we don't want to move anywhere else. That the opportunity to have something like a Meals on Wheels is vital.
Meals on Wheels' objective, their goal, is to help people that are homebound and cannot get out to get food, or people that cannot prepare their own meals.
I was involved with Meals on Wheels for many, many years. When I was doing daycare years ago, I would bring my daycare children with, and we would pick up food at Castle Ridge.
Well, we receive support from a number of churches and foundations throughout the city. In the absence of those programs, there would be no Meals on Wheels events in the city at all. When we get a new client, we ask them what kind of food they would like. Do you want diabetic? Do you want low sodium? This, that, or the other thing. And I spoke to a gentleman the other day who said, Tom, it doesn't matter. I don't have any food. I will take whatever you give me. Boy, from where you and I sit every day, that is an absolute eye-opener, because that is not a problem for us. Most of the folks that I deal with every day, and probably the folks that are looking at this video, have been very fortunate financially. But there's a tremendous number of folks in our community that don't have enough money to buy food every day.
Meals on Wheels, just in Eden Prairie alone, gives over 10,000 meals.
So in the simplest terms, what Meals on Wheels does is help folks, helps people.
I'd just like to thank all the supporters of the Eden Prairie Foundation over the years, which goes a lot further than just the people in this room today.
We've met wonderful people, wonderful friends, and it just feels good to get back to the community.
I think it speaks volumes to the Eden Prairie community as a community, that they come together, and if they're honoring Meals on Wheels and they're honoring Teens Alone, that they're really looking at a lot of the issues that are really stressing Eden Prairie and a lot of other communities.
Because we give back to the community, it makes it just a better place. And we all have just a little bit better quality of life.